Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Fresh Leaf, and if you're new here, welcome to the Fresh Leaf family. My name is Pri and I am a nutritionist and dietitian, and I'm so happy to see you guys here. So today we're going to do something fun. We are going to look at very lazy, easy, but healthy snacks. So I have 8 inspirations for you guys. I have 4 sweet and 4 savory snacks. So I've arranged it in a way it is the least lazy to the most lazy. And let me know down below which you consider your perfect amount of lazy. Because I'm curious to know, because I was looking around other channels and people have a different idea of lazy, so I just wanted to know that. If you're planning to make nutritious snacks, healthy fats from avocados, nuts and seeds are the best option. These are packed with vitamin E and has a natural variation of different fats, all tightly packed with fiber, so you absorb less calories as well. For these recipes, I'm using nut or seed butters, which are just blended nuts or seeds, such as tahini. We're going to combine that with healthy plant-based protein sources, such as chickpeas, beans, or tofu. To make your snack, you can just mix and match these to come up with new and exciting flavor combinations. Making your snacks high in protein will ensure to keep you fuller and satisfied for longer. The first snack we're making are vegan mini pizzas with tahini lemon cream. This is perfect as a small, crunchy, savory movie snack and easily customizable, of course. Traditionally, pizza takes longer to cook, and if you buy pita bread, wheat pita bread, then it only takes 3 to 5 minutes in the oven. So it's a super fast way to make pizza, and you can put all your favorite toppings. Onto bought pita pockets, I'm adding generous amounts of marinara sauce. Then you can add toppings of your choice. I'm adding sliced mushrooms, fresh spinach on one, and cherry tomatoes and jalapenos with some red onion on the other. I've added some salt and garlic powder to make it more savory, and top that with a generous amount of lemon tahini dressing that you can make at home. Now we just have to place them in a preheated oven for 3 to 5 minutes, 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Or you can heat it in a pan for 5 minutes with a lid on top. It should come out crispy with a creamy tahini top. We can just slice onto that and enjoy our 5-minute mini pizza. I also like to add some dried herbs and chili flakes for that extra heat. This recipe is for those of you, like me, who love fluffy American-style pancakes that just easily soak up all the maple syrup. Onto a mixing bowl, I'm adding a cup of chickpea flour, otherwise known as gram flour. This is optional, but I've added a 1/4 cup of wheat flour just to make sure it sticks together properly. But you can just also add more chickpea flour instead if you like. Then a cup of plant-based yogurt goes in. I've used soy yogurt here. This makes it fluffy and soft. Some vanilla essence or paste, and a drizzle of maple syrup. To make it rise, I've added a heaped teaspoon of baking powder. Whisk all of that together along with 2 tablespoons of water until silky, smooth, and runny. Then I'm adding small rounds into a heated and oiled pan and cover that for 5 to 6 minutes until it's golden on the other side. With the chickpea flour, it's important to use a lid and make sure it's cooked through to remove all the anti-nutrient factors that can cause some discomfort for some people. After they're cooked and golden, I'm transferring that to a plate where I can stack them up and add some fresh berries and drench them in maple syrup. These pancakes are one of the best vegan ones I've tried. They're super fluffy and moist and easy to drench. Plus, they'll keep you fuller for longer because of the fiber and protein from the chickpeas. This cookie dough recipe is an indulgent tasting snack with peanut butter and chocolate chips, which is perfect for summer days or watching a TV series. I just like to make one of these, chill it a little bit, and grab one while I'm watching my weekend movie and especially nice if it's summer outside because it's like a little ice cream. It's just so addicting, so be careful. To make the cookie dough, I'm adding half a cup of cooked chickpeas into a blender. Half a cup of ground almonds go in. You can grind it yourself or use almond meal. 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter. A drizzle of maple syrup, depending on how sweet you like it. I've used 2 tablespoons. You can also substitute dates for natural sweetness. Some drops of vanilla essence goes in. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of plant milk. Then we just need to blitz that for 2 minutes until it forms a slightly chunky consistency like this. I'm also adding copious amounts of dark chocolate chips, but you can use raisins for a different version. Scoop that into a bowl and more chocolate chips. With this cookie dough, you're sneaking in lots of protein and healthy fats with whole food ingredients. But taste-wise, it's simply chocolate chip cookie dough. You won't taste the chickpeas at all. I promise you. Next, we're gonna make an overstuffed pita bread packed with protein and flavor. Into a bowl, I've added a can of drained chickpeas, then a generous amount of freshly chopped coriander leaves go in. You can use any fresh or dried herbs that you have at hand or that you prefer. A tablespoon of creamy tahini paste goes in, along with a sprinkle of salt, a teaspoon of cumin powder, cracked pepper, and garlic powder. I've also added some lemon juice for gentle acidity. Now we're going to give that a good smash until it becomes a beautiful and flavorful filling. Then into a toasted pita pocket, we're going to stuff our filling along with a healthy amount of fresh spinach and a sprinkle of coriander leaves. This wrap is one of my go-tos. It's a lazy version of a falafel wrap, but it's equally healthy. You can add any vegetables that you have on hand as you like peppers, onion, or lettuce. Now we're going to make a creamy, thick, and healthy dip. Ideal to have with cut veggies or crackers with a tangy Mexican flavor. Into a blender, we're going to add 10 to 15 cashews, quarter of a red onion, half a fresh jalapeno. You can also use pickled as well, and 3 sweet and tart cherry tomatoes. A small drizzle of sweetener to give some balance, a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, and a tablespoon of plant-based yogurt. But if you don't have any on hand, just add a tablespoon of plant milk instead, along with cracked pepper and salt. We're going to blend that until thick and creamy. I'm pouring that into a small bowl so I can have that with all my favorite snacks, such as whole grain flaxseed crackers, rice cakes, wheat tortillas, rye crackers, or pumpernickel. This dip is amazingly fresh, tangy, and creamy, and is a perfect party snack. This is actually what I had for breakfast this morning, and I'm so happy I had this with me. This recipe also requires no heating and not too many utensils. Although it's very fast, it does not lack in flavor. Onto a whole grain tortilla bread, we are going to add a tablespoon of tahini paste and a teaspoon of tandoori masala. You can use whatever you have at home. Smoked paprika or cumin works really good as well. Then I'm adding into that some lemon juice. It will directly coagulate with the tahini paste, so it won't drench the wrap at all, requiring less utensils. Then I'm just spreading that roughly on the wrap. I've added some slices of firm tofu. Season with salt, pepper, and dried herb of your choice. I've used methi leaves here to go with the tandoori theme. Lots of fresh spinach and some lovely dollops of barbecue sauce. The barbecue sauce and tandoori tahini mix is a smoky and delicious savory snack. You can also take this with you to school or work. So we're gonna make avocado mousse. I love pudding and I love chocolate. And if there's a healthier version to eat that, why not? Every day, I'll bring it on. And this is one of those recipes that you can't taste the avocado at all. It's just a decadent, wonderful pudding. We're gonna slice the avocado and scoop out the avocado flesh. Then we're gonna add 2.5 teaspoons of cocoa powder, but you can adjust that to your liking depending on how chocolatey you want it to be. This is optional, but I've also added some drops of vanilla essence. You can then add the sweetener of your choice. I've added 1.5 tablespoons of maple syrup to mine. This gives it a very silky and smooth texture. Then I've added 1 tablespoon of oat milk just to blend all of that together. We're going to blitz this for some minutes until well combined and no green parts are visible. I'm putting this chocolatey goodness into a glass bowl. I've topped that with lots of fresh berries. Guilt-free dessert here, guys. I promise you won't taste the avocado and it's just indulgent, smooth and satisfying. Into a bowl, we're going to slice up 2 bananas. If you don't want to use a cutting board, you can use the peel to slice on like this. You want to have nice thin slices. Then I'm adding 4 teaspoons of desiccated coconut. You can also use fresh coconut if it's available. A teaspoon of nut or seed butter. I'm using peanut butter here. And 2 heaped teaspoons of cocoa powder. Into that, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of plant milk and mix it all together. If your bananas are sweet enough, you won't need too much sweetener. I'm just adding a small drizzle to sweeten the coconut flakes. I'm transferring that into a glass bowl and covering it with generous amounts of desiccated coconut and a slice of orange. This dessert is tropical goodness. The coconut and the chocolate reminds me of Bounty chocolate, and it's the perfect fresh and light dessert snack. That's it for today, guys, and next week I will be uploading more lazy vegan videos just like this one. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe and join the Fresh Leaf family. We welcome you with open hearts.